Hello and namaskaram to one and all. Welcome to Hayas Production House. The first episode, Dr. V. Parthasarthi spoke about Karma Yoga and how we need to neutralize the reaction to the results of the action. The first episode ended with Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. And in the second episode, Dr. V. Parthasarthi brilliantly explained who is Ishvara. As a continuation to who is Ishvara, in the third episode, we are going to listen to what is a prayer. Let us listen to what Dr. V. Parthasarthi has to say, and I hope you'll enjoy his speech.
Namaskaram. We saw in the earlier episodes that everyone wants to be happy, and in order to be happy all the time, he keeps on doing a lot of actions, and these actions bring in results, and these results cause a lot of reactions in the individual. We also saw that action is not a problem, the result is not a problem, but the reaction to the result is the problem. And these results keep on coming, and we will be agitated over the negative results and elated towards the positive results. We also saw that when all these results are taken as Ishvara Prasada, God's grace and God's gift, there is no problem. Mind gets composed and there is no agitations. We also saw who is that Ishvara, that all-pervading principle which controls the order, the dharma in the world, and which is available all through everywhere. There is no place where Ishvara is not, because everything is within Ishvara. If we have this attitude, then our life becomes very smooth, serene and comfortable. In order to invoke the blessings of the Ishvara, we also said that prayer is one way of achieving this. So what is prayer? Prayer is an act of free will, and it is a direct communication with the all-pervading Ishvara. Prayer is an action like any other action, and like any other action, it also brings about results. The results of the prayer are twofold. One is immediate, and what you can see, what you can observe, what you can feel, that we call it as Drishtapalan. And Adrishtapalan is one which is unseen, and these two keep accruing, and these we keep following them also. So when we pray, the mind is at quietude, and since it's an action of free will, nobody can compel somebody to pray. After all, the mother may ask the child to go to the puja room, or the wife may ask the husband, or the husband may ask the wife to go to the puja room, but you cannot pray. Praying comes automatically for the individual. And submitting your difficulties or inadequacies to the Almighty, we seek some solution. There have been instances that some of the unsolved problems have been solved by getting solutions at the time of prayer, which people have reported and felt. The Adrishtapalan comes in the form of a punya, which gets accrued and then gets rectified at a later stage. That also is an advantage because the punya which gets accrued instills a confidence in the individual to face further realities of life. Lord Krishna in Gita says there are 4 types of people whose prayers are different. The first one is the Artha. He prays only when there is a difficulty for him, when he is pushed to a corner, that he is not able to get any solution for certain problems. All the time he thinks that everything can be solved by himself. Then he starts thinking about the Lord. The second type of individual is one, Artharthi. He is also materialistic in this world, but he knows that his powers are limited and there is an unlimited power which can help him to tide over the difficulty and achieve what he wants to achieve. Then he prays. The third individual prays to get knowledge for himself, to go higher up, what we call moksha. His target is moksha, liberation from this bondage, this world. It's called Jignasu. And then finally is the Jnani, who knows that all that is existing here is Ishvara, and he is also part of the Ishvara, and he gets that knowledge and the prayer is complete for him. Lord Krishna says he answers the prayer of all these 4 types of people and they get what they want, even though their goal or the approach is different. The prayer can be in any form. There are 3 types of prayer: Kayikam, Vachikam and Manasam. That is, first one is what we normally call it as ritual. We do puja, we use our hands, we use our mouth to tell the names of the gods and offer flowers. Since we know very well that Lord or the Ishvara can be invoked in anything, you can keep a ball of turmeric powder and then invoke God Vigneshwara in that, or for that matter betel nut and areca. You can invoke the God in that, because we know very well that all that is here is Ishvara. Either we can invoke the God in a particular substance or item, or we can consider the whole as a God and pray. Both give the same results. Then second one is Vachikam. We tell the names of the God, we sing in praise of Lord, and or chant mantras. This is second type. Third type is Manasam or Manasikam, the one which comes through the mind, just mental. That, in other words, is also called meditation. All these reach the Lord, and there are again 2 types of palans for them. One, as I said in the beginning, immediate composure to the mind. At that time of prayer, at least in that part of time, we forget everything and we are one with the God, because you surrender to Him saying, I am helpless in this situation, please help me, because he is the only individual or the person or the principle, whatever way you call it, which does not expect anything from us. The rest, there is always a give and take. I expect from you something and you expect something from me. Whereas here is somebody who does not expect anything from you except your ego to be surrendered to him. Even that he doesn't expect. Then the second one, as I said, is a Adrishtapalan, which comes later on, and several instances, several real events have proved that the God has come to the rescue of the Dina. He is called Dina Bandhu, one who is helpless. So prayer has got its own importance, and in our culture anything is prayer, and there are different types of gods, different modes of prayer, different festivals, different rituals, but all in the end is the same. So that is the beauty of our culture. The Manasika prayer is about meditation, which we will see later. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this wonderful knowledge sharing regarding what is a prayer. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Please like, share and subscribe to Hayas Production House. Nandri, Vanakkam.
Happy Deepavali. Jai Badrinath. Prayers for the whole world and for all your well-being. Happy Deepavali in advance. Har Har Mahadev.